Most Brits will never become millionaires because they keep making the same money mistakes over and over again. And I know this because I've made too many of them myself over the last 25 years as an investor. I've met too many people who don't understand money. Most don't have a clue, to be honest. So today, I'm going to tell you the 5 biggest reasons most people won't even come close to becoming a millionaire. And I'll finish on a positive and tell you a very simple way to get to £1 million invested here in the UK. Reason 1, most Brits spend like they're rich. Now this one might annoy people. It definitely annoys my wife when I mention our spending, but somebody has to say it. Otherwise, me and you will end up like the vast majority, struggling away in retirement. Most people don't have an income problem. They have a spending problem. Now, before any of the keyboard warriors get in the comments, yes, life is expensive, tax is brutal, energy bills are a joke, food costs a fortune, what my wife blames if we overspend. Seriously though, I understand the cost of living is hard, but I've met people earning 25k struggling, and I've also met people earning 150k struggling, and that tells me something important. Money problems don't magically disappear when income goes up, because if your habits stay the same, you just spend more. And I know this because I did exactly that. Between 2012 and 2018, I was terrible with money. I earned really good money, mainly because I went back to college and then uni to get more qualifications. I worked hard around the UK, offshore in the North Sea and even abroad. I worked overseas for a few years. I worked weekends for long periods, and somehow I still constantly felt anxious about money. Let me know below, can you relate to that feeling? Constantly worrying about money. It's horrible. You work hard, money comes in, but somehow there's never much left. That was me. Lifestyle creep got me. More money came in, so more money basically went out. Nice holidays, eating out more, buying things I didn't really need. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with enjoying life, obviously, but we need balance. If you understand compound interest and other investing fundamentals, I personally feel that you will prioritize investing over lifestyle creep all day long. I just wish I knew this back in 2012 or even earlier. Reason 2, Brits have normalised debt. This one hits home for me because I wasn't really a credit card person, but loans, different story. And normalised debt, unexpected expense, loan. Need money, loan. Tax bill, loan. And this next story still annoys me and shows how clueless I really was before 2019, before I got my head into the books and took financial education seriously. Back in 2015, I had a tax bill. Instead of planning properly, I took out a personal loan. Then, like an idiot, I repeated the exact same mistake in 2016. By this point, I built up around £20,000 worth of loans debt. And here's the really stupid part. Me and my wife at the time had money sitting in premium bonds, about £70,000, doing basically nothing, earning less than 1% interest per year. So let me say this again, because honestly, it still makes me cringe. I borrowed money, paid interest on loans, around 8% I think it was, while cash sat there doing next to nothing. Madness. The fact is, debt quietly destroys wealth, especially the kind of debt people barely think about. Car finance, personal loans, buy now, pay later. Mrs. Duffy probably has Klarna cards and all sorts for a clothes addiction. Anyway, monthly payments for absolutely everything. We've normalised payments. People don't ask, can I afford it? Can I afford this? They ask, what's the monthly payment? That mindset keeps people broke. It keeps people poor. Reason 3, most Brits never invest. This for me is the big one. And this mistake hurts because I actually started investing at just 18, believe it or not. Even though I was clueless about money and investing, I knew that I should invest. Mainly because other older lads who I was working with at the time in the Royal Air Force were all talking about it. I invested about £500 a month for 6 months, then stopped. Why? Because I wanted to enjoy myself. I spent the money on a lad's holiday. Look, I was young. I'm not beating myself up too much, but here's what really hurts. If I'd simply kept investing from 18 until now, getting average market returns of like 10%, I'd likely be sitting on over £600,000 today. That's 600k gone because I stopped. That mistake still stings, to be honest. Not because I'm greedy, but because nobody explained it to me. Nobody taught me about compound interest. Nobody taught me patience. Nobody taught me how powerful consistency is. And that's the problem. Most people think investing is risky, but do you know what's actually even riskier? Doing nothing. Before I tell you more reasons why Brits don't normally become millionaires, I just want to say, as always, this isn't financial advice, but I have got loads of experience and I actually do care. Reason 4, chasing quick, easy money. This one is for me personal because I think about my dad. My dad's not perfect, not even close, but I love him a bit. And watching him struggle in his early 60s is hard. My dad, to my knowledge, hasn't even come close to investing his hard-earned money, but he has spent a lot on the horses, the dogs, the lottery, etc., basically chasing quick, easy money. Not something I've talked to him about, to be honest, but I've watched him over the years earn a lot of money, and I've also had to watch him waste it all. And it's not just my dad. I've seen this too many times over the last 25 years as a contractor, over and over. If my dad was taught about money at school, I'm confident he would have invested for like 30 odd years. Let's say he invested £500 a month into a global index fund or similar, he would be sat on over £1 million today in 2026. Retirement sorted, but nobody taught him. Zero financial education. And my dad struggling retiring in his mid-60s is one of the big reasons I'm so passionate about this channel, because I know what money anxiety feels like growing up on a council estate. I know what it feels like worrying about money constantly, feeling behind, feeling trapped, thinking, will I ever get ahead? Please listen to what I'm saying. Read the books, work on your personal finances, and invest long term. That's pretty much it. Reason 5, we confuse safety with security. This is a dangerous one because it feels sensible. Cash feels safe, premium bonds feel safe, savings accounts feel safe, but safe and smart aren't always the same thing because inflation quietly destroys money. You probably don't notice it, but year after year, your money buys less and less. Most people don't know how bad it actually is, how bad inflation is, because they don't factor in currency debasement. Meanwhile, assets grow, businesses grow, markets grow, property grows. This is why the rich get richer, because they fully understand money, and then they teach their kids. Again, not financial advice, but wealthy people understand something most people don't, like really understand. Assets make money. Spending money has never made anybody rich. Now, I try and tell my wife this all the time, but she hates our little money talks. And I'm really I'm wasting my time. What changed for me? Now here's the positive bit, because I don't want this video to be all negative. Yes, I do want to shock you into action, but then, now I want to tell you a simple way to get to £1 million invested. Things changed massively for me after 2019. Not because I suddenly became rich overnight, not because I doubled my income, but because I finally started learning about money. I got obsessed with books, investing, mindset, personal finance, assets, tax, etc., etc. All of a sudden, everything started making sense. The anxiety reduced, the panic reduced, the stupid decisions reduced. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt like I had a plan. That changed everything. And look, have I still made mistakes? Of course I have. But I'll tell you this, I'll never go back to being financially clueless, ever. But how do you get to £1 million? Well, you do what my dad should have done, and you invest £500 a month into a low-cost global index fund. And if you can do this every single month for like 30 years, you'll get to just over £1 million. Simple as that. But what if you're not in your 20s and you need that £1 million a bit sooner, so you have financial freedom sooner? If you have a decent enough income, decent enough job, and you can afford to invest £1,000 per month, you can get to £1 million in just 23 years. Now the question is this, do you know how to invest? What platform to use, what index fund, etc. If you don't, type yes below and I'll send you my 5-part playlist which tells you step by step how to invest in the stock market with low-cost index funds. Summary. If you start watching this video thinking I'm behind or maybe what's the point, please listen to this. You are not too late. 40 isn't too late. 50 isn't too late. Even 60 isn't too late. The biggest mistake isn't starting late. The biggest mistake is never starting. I can't change the fact that I stopped investing at 18 and it probably cost me over 600k. I can't change the bad decisions I made between 2012 and 2018. And I can't change the loans, the tax mistakes, the wasted years. But what I can do is make sure I never repeat them. And if me being honest about my mistakes over the years helps even one person avoid them, then honestly, those painful lessons were actually worth it. Over the last 10 minutes, that was me giving you a bit of my experience. But if you want even more, see below for a recent video where I give you literally everything I've got, all of my 25 years investing experience in just over 50 minutes.